So I typically tend to have much better luck shooting sunrises than I do sunsets. And I think that's because the sunrise is kind of everything's a clean slate. You're starting the day fresh, your brain's clear, everything's sort of normal, start of a new day, everything's fresh and exciting. But with a sunset, you've got a full day of stuff happening in your brain. And it's kind of hard sometimes to just switch on creatively and kind of be in the mindset of taking photos or being in the mindset of being in the place you're in. So I want to start practicing sunsets more and getting more in this headspace of being able to shoot a sunset and control my brain a bit more to be able to be in the moment with sunsets, make the most of them, be in the location I'm at, and be able to switch on and find some photos. So I think today it's going to be our main goal. Now, one of my favorite beaches, if you've watched the channel for a while, you probably recognize it, you might be sick of it. I'm not, something's always different. When you come here, the tide's different, the waves are different, and being a sunset too, all the compositions are facing a different direction. And they normally are for sunrise, so kind of a fresh look at a old location today. So the forecast tonight is a little bit iffy. You can see up behind me, we've got some really nice wispy clouds, but going out to the west where the sun's actually going to be setting, there is a little bit of thick stuff just over the horizon. So I'm hoping that thick stuff will dissipate enough to let the sky do its thing and hopefully light up all in this direction too, so we get some nice color. Good chance I'm going to hit my wave while doing this. So I think for me the best way to get into this mindset and put yourself in the headspace to be creative with landscape photography, let yourself kind of slow down, don't even touch your camera for a bit. Especially when you jump out of the car, you see something that catches your eye or the light's good. I like to kind of slow down, just sit for a bit or just sort of wander up and down the beach for a little bit. Keep an eye out for compositions, keep an eye out for things that might catch your eye. But don't feel the pressure mount on yourself to start acting on them immediately. Just kind of let yourself settle in. Really, what's the best way I can say this without sounding like a kid? Really just kind of settle in with the environment you're in. Get to know it, feel comfortable, feel like you're actually there mentally. And then after a little while, then we can do the fun stuff. But for me now, I'm just going to keep wandering a little bit. Still got some time before the light goes off, hopefully. See if I can spot a composition. I think this is it. So what's good about this little spot is I've got plenty of options on the little bit of the coast here, all facing up towards where the sun's going to be setting too. So I should be able to make the most of that colour if it does go off. But also what's good about it is I haven't got like a steep wall or anything right behind me. So if a big wave comes through like that and I need to move quickly, I've got a lot of flat area behind me that I can retreat to. So remember what I said about having somewhere to retreat to? That was a super close call. A few guys up here did a few practice shots down that spot without having to worry about 2 cameras potentially getting destroyed. The light's just starting to warm up, so gonna keep looking, leave you guys somewhere safe-ish, and then once I find something more decent, we'll have a look at it. So down here we're in a little bit more of a cove, so it's a bit more protected from big swell like we're getting pumped with over there. So also these round boulders can give me a bit more of an opportunity to get some more simple, not as messy as we were getting over there. The reason I didn't want to shoot this at first is because I thought all the light was going to be happening more out towards the direction of the sunset. We're getting some cool pastel-y colour out in the south at the moment, which I think is about as good as light's going to get. So might as well find something over here in Ankle Roll City. So I've very gracefully made my way down to the edge of the water here. And I found a shot that's actually really exciting me. Not in a weird way or anything, but I found a shot that I think really works, where these 2 boulders have this moss or algae or something on them. If you know about that sort of stuff, let me know. I don't care that much, so don't worry about it. But it's got some white stuff on it. And the kind of colour it's catching from the sky over out from the sunset is really complementing the sky in the frame really well. So we're getting a lot of cool orangey colours, which I think work quite nice. The main issue I've got is my tripod is in a very sketchy spot, where one of the legs is where I'm standing, so any movement I make also moves the tripod. It's also not locked in at all, it's kind of just, it could slip really easily. So I'm using a 2-second timer on the camera. That way I can press the shutter, 2 seconds pass, and then it takes the photo. That way it gives me a bit of time to make sure I'm standing still, so I'm not ruining the shot with my lack of coordination. What I'm really hoping for too is a wave to come in and fill in my foreground a little bit. I think that would really help that sort of minimal, simple feel a bit more. It's not bad without it, but I think it would really kind of be the cherry on the cake. Icing on the cake. Cherry on the... Where are cherries going? What's that phrase? Before we get any further into this too, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, me. My 2024 calendars are now ready to order. They're a big part of allowing me to do this. A big part of what keeps me motivated throughout the year too is to shoot enough photos throughout the year that I can put together a collection in a calendar and present them that way. So it's something that means a lot to me. Something that I put a lot of effort and passion behind. So if you like one, there'll be a link below. And if you've watched this video, I really appreciate you doing that as well. So I'll put up a code somewhere for you to get a little bit of money off if you are a watcher of the channel and would also like a calendar. Alright, so we're losing the light. I'm happy enough with that photo, minus the extra source of that wave coming through. Oh, you're joking. Just looked over and the wave has come through. But anyway, I'm gonna move a little bit, see if I can make the most of this last little bit of light we're getting. And then it's probably about time to call it a night. But I'm gonna leave you guys up there where it's safer. Whoa, that was pretty cool how I didn't fall. Turns out Converse and not slippery rock attire. I've got another one of those rocks with a bit of white stuff on it down here. And if we get another decent wave come through and fill in the gaps and all the messy parts of the shot, I think we might have something for one more. Whew. I was 50-50 on coming out tonight. I was feeling a bit flat early today. Wasn't sure I had the motivation or felt really like leaving the house, to be honest. But I'm glad I did, because regardless of if the photos are good tonight or not, I enjoy being out and I'm feeling better after that. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. If you did and not already, hit that subscribe. The like button's there too, it does help a lot. Another quick plug for those 2024 calendars, almost said 2023 again. For those 2024 calendars, which are ready to go on my website with the code here somewhere that you can use to get a little bit of coin off that total. If you do decide to do that, you're a legend and I really appreciate your support. But while there's still a little bit of light left, I'm gonna head back to the car and hit the road. Thanks again for joining me on this one. I do really appreciate it. And I'll see you hopefully very soon in the next one. Till then, take it easy. Forgot my tripod. And I've got the camera.